These lessons from my past shopping mistakes have changed how I shop for the better. Hi YouTube friends, welcome to my channel where I upload weekly videos on simplicity and joyful living. If this is your first time here, my name is Helen. I am a KonMari Master Consultant and trained professional organizer. I love to make videos exploring different aspects of the KonMari Method philosophy, sharing tips on organizing and decluttering, and also just how to simplify your life to make more room for joy. If that sounds good to you, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and come join me here each week. Today, I want to share 5 lessons I learned from my past shopping mistakes. These are the lessons I learned while going through my own simplifying journey and my tidying festival. If you're not familiar with it, a KonMari tidying festival is a once-in-a-lifetime special event where you go through all of your things category by category. Instead of tidying by room, you tidy by category, and you go through each one of those categories, choosing to only keep the things that brings you joy. Through this process, I was able to identify my own past shopping behavior, and it really has helped me change my mindset and change how I shop going forward. I'm now able to shop much more intentionally and mindfully, and so without further ado, let's just get started. The first lesson I learned from decluttering my clothes is don't buy a second color. Going through my things, I noticed a pattern where I will have duplicates of the same item but in different colors. What would happen is if I buy an item and I loved it and I knew that this item also came in other colors, I would go back to the store and I would buy it in additional color or two. My logic was if I loved the first one so much, having a second one would give me more chance to wear this item and to be able to enjoy it more. And since I love the first item, there's no way the second item wouldn't work out, right? The reality is that second item never ends up sparking as much joy as the first one. And so if I ever have the chance, I will always choose the first one because that was the one that I chose to buy first. Having a second one in a different color didn't really give me more options like I thought it would. I also didn't end up wearing that item as much as I thought I would. And so I just realized that second item never ended up adding as much value to my wardrobe as the first item did. And for those reasons, I have decided from now on going forward, I will only buy things in one color and stop buying duplicates. The second lesson I learned from decluttering my clothes is to trust my own instincts. When I was going through my clothing, I realized most of the items that didn't end up working out for me, on some level, I already knew that they weren't going to work out for me when I was trying it on. Sometimes I would buy something that's a little bit too small if it was like the last size left, and I would think to myself, maybe if I lost 5 pounds, it would fit better, or somehow I could like stretch out my shoes if it's like half a size too small. If it's a shirt that's too tight around the chest, I would reason to myself, I can try with a different bra that might end up fitting better. Or if something is too small or too short or too tight or doesn't drape around my body nicely, I would think maybe there's something I could do to fix that problem. But the reality is I never end up able to fix those problems, and those items just get forgotten in the corner of my closet. And sometimes it's not about the fit, it's about comfort. Like if the material is too stiff or if it's not comfortable against the skin, I would think it might get better after I wash something, but then it never does. In short, I saw the concrete physical evidence that while I knew something was wrong with it, I still bought these items. And that when I think I can fix something or that somehow my opinion about something would change over time, it never does. So now when I shop, if I don't love the item completely, I don't buy it. It has made me a super picky shopper, but that honestly just saves me more money in the long run. The third lesson I learned from decluttering my clothes is that if this item is not appropriate for my regular life or for the majority of my life, it does not come home with me. I noticed there were items that I bought and they would be for a very specific scenario, such as I can wear this when I go golfing. I can wear this if my friend throws a garden tea party. I will wear this going clubbing in Vegas, or I will wear this to a fancy event. But the reality is I don't golf, I don't have friends that throws garden parties, or I don't go clubbing in Vegas, and I also really don't go to fancy events where I need to dress up. And the reality is, even if I did have those occasions to do those events, I would probably want to wear something that feels more like me, so I wouldn't feel so awkward when I go to those events and go to those places. For those reasons, I have learned not to buy aspirational items that doesn't suit the majority of my lifestyle, or buy items for a very, very specific scenario that does not apply to my real life. The fourth lesson I learned from decluttering my wardrobe is that if it doesn't work with my existing wardrobe, I don't buy it. This means if I buy a top, it has to go with an existing bottom I already have, unless I'm also buying a new bottom to go with it, like if it's a matching outfit situation. Or if I buy a dress, it has to go with a pair of shoes that I already have. It cannot be something I will have to buy a new pair of shoes for. And if I'm not sure, that's what I have to do when I buy something. When I bring it home, I have to try on that top with a bottom to see if I can make an outfit, or I have to try on with shoes and see if it looks right. And of course, if I can't make an existing outfit with the pieces I already have, this item must go back to the store. This is an important lesson for me because I noticed when I was going through my clothing, there were items that fit right and I liked the style, but I was never able to wear because I was never able to wear it with something I already have. And I would try to find, let's say, new pants for a top, and nothing would seem right. And after a while, I realized maybe it's not that I can't find the right bottoms to go with it. Maybe there's just something wrong with the top. Or maybe I just don't want to invest in another pair of shoes when I already have what I love, and I don't want to have to buy another pair of shoes just to go with a specific outfit. I realized that while I can't pinpoint what's wrong with the item, maybe they're just not a good design for me. I do want to say that I don't require all of my clothes in my closet to mix and match and everything goes together. I feel like that's way too much pressure and that's way too hard to achieve, but I do require every piece can make at least one outfit where I feel amazing in. So when it comes down to it, if I have an outfit that I really love, of course I would love to wear it. But if I can't make an outfit, then it must not come home with me. The final lesson I learned from decluttering my wardrobe is that price really has nothing to do with joy. We often hear about buying less, buy better, buy quality versus buying quantity, and I do agree with all of these statements. I realize just because an item is expensive, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will automatically love it. Just because you had to save up to buy something doesn't mean that piece automatically is a quality item that's going to serve you for years to come. This lesson has really helped me to focus on the item instead of the brand or the price. When I was looking in my wardrobe, I realized my favorite items actually comes from all different price ranges and all different brands. So really, price has nothing to do with how much joy it sparks. Some expensive designer pieces didn't end up making the cut, and the brand and the price of those items only made it harder to discard. And this goes both ways too. Just because I bought something on sale doesn't automatically mean it was a great deal or a bargain. If I purchase an item that was $20 marked down from $100, if I don't end up loving that item, I have wasted $20 instead of saving $80. This really teaches me that if I'm at a store and my first thought in my head to buy an item is that, ooh, this is such a good deal, then I know that it's time to step away from that item. So these are the 5 lessons that I learned while decluttering my clothes. If you can relate to any of my past shopping behaviors, I hope you'll comment below and let me know which ones. And thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it or found some value, I hope you will like this video by clicking on that thumbs up. And until next time, choose joy, live well.